Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what messages come through and what cards come out. So the first card we have is the Star card. It is in the reverse, but we have some Aquarius energy with this. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have the Magician. We have some Gemini energy. Could be dealing with a Gemini or even a Virgo. And we have the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot card. So we also have some Cancer energy. Could be dealing with another Cancer. So the Chariot card showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like a pretty determined energy. This does also feel like a sense of being in a space where you might have your mind set on what you want to be able to achieve in a situation. And I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, I do feel like there is a lot of potential for being able to manifest all of that. I do also get that with the Chariot card that there may have been a lot that you have gone through when it comes to being able to get to where you want to get to or get what you want out of a situation. But with the Chariot card showing up over here, this does feel like energy of being able to experience what may be a victory and being able to make that manifestation come to pass. I do feel like there is also a sense of being able to experience a relationship, being able to be going on track when it comes to getting to a space that you're hoping to be able to get to with someone. I do feel like this Chariot card does feel like when it comes to having anything kind of being in your way, whether it's delays or anything that kind of stands in your way, it's not going to stop you. When it comes to any challenges that arise, it's not going to be something that's going to keep you down for long. I also feel like it's not going to change the trajectory of your path and being able to get to that successful place and be able to see that manifestation come to pass. But with the Star card showing up over here, I do feel like this may be somebody that you're dealing with. This does feel like a sense of this person being in a space where they are entertaining some doubts. I do feel like it's like they may be in a space where they're either feeling either disconnected or they are also in a space where they could actually be beginning to lose hope. There may be distance within this connection, but it does feel like a sense of this person being in a place where there's some threat to the connection that they're letting get to them. But with the Magician card showing up over here, again, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there's still a will, and I do feel like when there's a will, there's a way when it comes to making this connection succeed. With the Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there is a sense of wanting to manifest something in this connection. This does feel like having an idea of what you want to be able to have as an outcome within this connection. And I do feel like with the Magician card showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of being able to have a sense of being able to create a moment, being able to make that manifestation in this connection be one that comes to pass. I do feel like with this Magician card showing up over here, this does also feel like a captivated energy when it comes to the person you're dealing with. There is a sense of being quite attracted to this person. Either their charm or even just their whole vibe is something that you are that's appealing to you. I do feel like it's also a motivating factor. But with this Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of being in a connection with somebody who is on your wavelength. I do feel like this person may be a bit more so less in a space where they are feeling as optimistic because of being in a space where they are beginning to entertain some doubts. But with the Magician card showing up over here, I do feel like this is a sense of being in a space where you're not letting that get to you. I also feel like when it comes to this person, you may know them quite deeply and you're not letting that facade fool you when it comes to this person presenting in a way that seems like they are in a space where they are a little bit more so. I do feel like there's less optimism when it comes to the overtime place that this person is in compared to where you're at. With this Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who wants to be able to take action as far as being able to figure out a way to be able to move things forward. So I do feel like in little ways, these things are hints that this person is interested. I do feel like this is also a sense of this person being in a space where Emotionally, this person has feelings. Do you feel like with the Page of Cups showing up over here, especially romantic feelings that are growing? And I do feel like with the Page of Cups, it's like this person is in a space where they want to be able to reach out. They want to extend somewhat of an offer. I do feel that they may be actually in a space where they're feeling a little bit demoralized by not knowing how. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the World card showing up in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse. So with this Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone being in a space where they're not letting an opportunity pass them by. I do feel like with this Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being able to experience somewhat of movement within this connection. This does feel like a sense of being able to experience forward movement because of this Chariot. So this does feel like also a sense of being able to experience something that's giving you hope in the situation. Do feel like it's like a missing piece being brought back into a situation, but I also feel that even when it comes to the person you're dealing with and their behavior and even the way they're showing up, being able to experience something that feels like it's a sign of hope of things being able to move forward. I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, this does feel like forward movements within a situation. And I do feel like when it comes to also a sense of being able to have that feeling of connection being brought into a connection, that does also feel like having that opportunity to experience deeper connection with somebody, also being brought back into the situation. So I do feel like there is a sense of also experiencing more traction in the situation and the way things are going between the two of you. With the World card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where something is not over yet. So I do feel like this Star card showing up in the reverse does feel like an energy of being in a space where somebody may be entertaining doubts. Or it's like they're in a space where it's like they are beginning to lose hope in a situation being able to work out. But I do feel like with this World card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of things not being over or things not being in a space where they should give up. I do feel like also when it comes to this person, they feel quite deeply connected to you. I do feel like there is a sense of the situation being one that it actually impacts them quite deeply with the Star card showing up over here. This does feel like a strong effect that you've had on this person, especially when it comes to the impact that you have made on this person and even this connection has made on this person. I do feel like with this World card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there is a sense of having unfinished business. So I do feel like this is not where the story, it's not how the story ends. I do feel like there is a lot more to go. I do feel like with the Queen of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an emotional energy, especially when it comes to being emotionally open or available in a connection. I do feel like you have a strong emotional connection with this person. And I do feel like with the Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where I do feel like you can feel that emotional connection with this person. And when it comes to any kind of doubts this person has, do feel like it's less about you, but more about what this person feels like they have the power to be able to do. So I do feel like with this Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a lot of a will to be able to make things happen in this connection. And I do feel like it is working. But with the Wheel card showing up over here, the Wheel of Fortune card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience divine timing on your side. So I do feel like there is a sense of being able to experience things being able to work out in due time. So it does feel like a sense of patience, also being able to pay off in connection with somebody when it comes to being able to experience things moving forward. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes to the way this person feels about you, they do feel very lucky to know you, very lucky to have you in their lives. Do you feel like also their feelings are also something that is growing? But you do feel like there's a sense of also being in a space where they're getting in tuned with those feelings. And I do feel like with this Page of Cups showing up over here, This also feels like an energy of somebody who wants to be able to make the effort when it comes to being able to express that to you. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience what feels like a sense of fortune when it comes to things going your way. So it does feel like a lucky energy within this connection as well. And I do feel like also this person being in a space to be able to receive that with you is also something that makes them feel quite fortunate and lucky. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Honeymoon card. We have Express Your Love. And we have the True Love card. So the Honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience some good moments on the horizon. I also feel this is an energy of being able to have more pleasure brought into the situation with someone as well. So there's a lot of relief, but this does also feel like an energy of experiencing what feels like being able to have a lot of enjoyment as well. And I do feel like with the Honeymoon card showing up over here, this could also be a trip on the horizon. And with the Chariot card showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of being able to experience a trip or forward movement and being able to have an opportunity to experience that sense of travel within this connection with someone. This does feel like an energy of somebody wanting to be able to have those blissful moments together, so with you. And I do feel like with the Express Your Love card showing up over here, this person may not know how you feel about them. I do feel like with this Express Your Love card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of this person being able to actually have a sense of something to hold on to from you being able to express how you feel to them. I do feel like with the Express Your Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an open energy when it comes to receiving. Somebody being able to be open and opening up towards you when it comes to those, to the feelings that they are experiencing within this connection. I do feel like there could actually be a romantic gesture, which is actually signaling somebody's expression of how they feel towards you in this connection. And I do feel like with that Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a romantic energy when it comes to somebody kind of being able to actually extend the olive branch or be able to express themselves and kind of taking those steps. This may be something that doesn't come easily or naturally to this person, but this does feel like an energy of someone trying. I do feel like with the True Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in connection with someone who feels like your ideal match. This does feel like it's your person. And I do feel like with the Magician card showing up over here, as well as the Chariot card showing up over here, this feels like a certain energy about who this person is to you and this person being your person. So I do feel like that True Love card showing up over here does feel like that energy being matched when it comes to reciprocated energy from this person. And I do feel like with this World card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of somebody who is in a space where I do feel like they're trying to get it right within a connection with you. And then realizing how much this could actually be when it comes to the potential for where things can go with this. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will speak to you in the next reading. Bye, Cancer.